If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
The Futures Games rosters are out, and I'm quite excited. We'll be in Atlanta in a week and a half. All the future stars in Major League Baseball will be there, and we're going to break down the rosters and what I'm most looking forward to seeing. Before we dive in, you know the drill. Show is brought to you by Connect Roasters. Connect Roasters is Ian Happ's coffee company. They make incredibly good coffee, all sorts of great blends, new canned coffee. Go check them out, connectroasters.com. You can get a bag of the Gold Glove blend, Ian Happ's specialty. Buy one, get one 50% off by using the code Dynasty Dugout at checkout. Also, we're proud to partner with Chinook Seedery. Chinook is the best sunflower seeds in the game. Wide variety of flavors, all sorts of good stuff. Had some lemon pepper today, Bobby Witt Jr. special. Go check them out, chinookseedery.com. 10% off your order today. All right, it's time to dive in. We'll walk through the rosters, both the National League and the American League. We'll start with the National League. That would be the home team, Atlanta Braves, and talk through the rosters and who I'm most looking forward to seeing. And honestly, I've seen a lot of these guys, and there are some that I haven't seen. So I'm excited, and we'll talk about that right now. So the National League roster, it's interesting. And here's the thing to note about the Futures game. The Futures game will have StatCast data for. Everybody will kind of lose their mind about stuff. But these pitchers, they're going to be throwing one inning. They're used to throwing multiple innings in starts. Now they're going to be throwing one inning. The stuff will be up. You're going to see Travis Sakura hit 100 like he just is. People are going to lose their mind. But in a one-inning stint, you can get away with that. So, yes, there are some relievers. Hit those first. But there's also starters that you'll get to see in a shorter stint. So we'll talk about the ones that matter, the ones that will stand out. First, the relievers on this roster, the National League team, Marquise Grissom Jr., reliever with the Washington Nationals, and Hayden Harris, a left-handed reliever for the Atlanta Braves. Now, both these guys are Georgia natives. So Marquise Grissom Jr., Fayetteville, Georgia, where his hometown is, obviously with the Nats org, but Hayden Harris, born in Augusta, Georgia, and with the hometown team as well, Atlanta Braves. Both those guys are in AAA. Both those guys could find their way to the majors this year. Those are the relievers. But you get in the starters, Andrew Painter. I've seen him in spring training years ago. Seen him in the AFL last year. And Painter's going to dominate. Painter's just going to go out there. He's going to hit triple digits. He's going to light up the radar gun. He's going to put up impressive StatCast data. Everyone will lose their mind. And they should. Painter is going to be up after the All Star break. I mean, how soon after the All Star break? We'll see, but he'll be up pretty soon. So Andrew Painter, fun name for sure. J.R. Ritchie's been really good this year. Pushed to Double-A. Coming off of Tommy John last year. Richie's looked the part, and he's looked very, very good. I've been impressed with him. Saw him in the spring. The velocity was up. He's going to have some increased velocity, too, in a short stint. And I think people might overreact a little bit. Like if he comes out sitting 95, 96, just know that he's not going to sit there in a full start. He hasn't sat there in a full start. Now, Travis Sakura, he's sitting 96, touching 99s. He's probably going to sit 98 in a one-inning stint. Sakura's going to look nasty. This NL team actually has a lot to like. So Travis Sikora, Washington Nationals. We've talked a lot about him. Obviously, another one that I've seen this year. But somebody I haven't seen actually is Jonah Tong. And I'm looking forward to seeing that more in person because that delivery is interesting. The numbers don't lie. Jonah Tong has looked phenomenal. Jonah Tong's fastball has ticked up pretty regularly the last several years. Like he's now sitting 95-ish, like 95 and a half. And from that release point, he creates insane ride on the fastball from the over the top. It is a funky delivery, but he's that changeup. I'm looking forward to seeing that in person. New grip changeup. I've talked a lot about that. And he's got a pretty good hammer curveball where Tong could really play in this one inning stint and pop off. Now, he's a native of Canada, technically born in Canada, but he actually went to high school in Georgia. So a prep development school in Georgia. So again, homecoming for Tong. That'll be fun for him. He's one of the pitchers I'm most looking forward to seeing, mostly because he's the first guy I've listed that I actually have not seen in person. Carson Wisenhunt, I'm seeing in the AFL. I probably saw Carson Wisenhunt's worst start of his career in the AFL. It was a game in Scottsdale a couple years ago. Big group of people there from the first pitch conference, and it was bad, like not good. But the Wiz has been up and down. But that changeup, nasty. It's going to look really, really good. And the last two arms I have not seen in person either is Thomas White and Jackson Wiggins. Both those guys, Thomas White, a lefty with the Marlins. I'm looking forward to seeing him. He's got nasty stuff. He's just looking really good. I think Thomas White has all the makings of being the top pitching prospect in the game at some point. He's young. He is 20 years old still. He'll turn 21 after the season. 6'5" lefty who is ticked up, who has shown improved command. I think Thomas White's a dude. And Jackson Wiggins, a top 100 prospect for me, who has stuff for days, like upper 90s fastball. He's going to clip 101. Like I would bet that we see Jackson Wiggins hit 101, 102 in the start. He's got a pretty good feel for some breaking balls. He's got change up. Jackson Wiggins wouldn't shock me when people see his under the hood pitch level data where they just like, whoa. So Jackson Wiggins, top 100 for me last month. He'll be well inside my top 100 this month. I just really believe in the command gains. He's throwing strikes. He's walking like under 10% now. And the stuff is absolutely electric with Jackson Wiggins, and Thomas White. But those guys are going to look the part in this start. So the names I'm most looking forward to seeing on this NL pitching staff, probably Wiggins, White, and Tong, just because I haven't seen them before. So the catchers, loaded group, Alfredo Duno, one of the younger players on the roster, and Eduardo Tait, both guys that are 18. I think Duno may have just turned 19 before the season, but Eduardo Tait still 18 for most of the year. Both those guys have big power, can mash. And then you've got Joe Mack, who's more the veteran catcher, who's better defensively, who is in AAA with the Marlins. So Duno, the only one of these I haven't seen. So Duno's certainly somebody I'm looking forward to seeing. I was actually supposed to be in Florida this week and seeing Daytona, but some things going on, not able to make it. Unfortunately, I had to cancel the trip. But Duno is somebody I'm looking forward to seeing next weekend in Atlanta. Big power. And also, like, well, these guys look like behind the plate. You know, Tait, questionable if he's a catcher. He's still so young with the body. Alfredo Duno is massive. Like, he's listed 6'2". He's probably like 6'5". Can he stick behind the plate? So we'll see on that. The infielders here. We've got Charlie Condon listed as an infielder. He's played a lot of outfield, but he's listed as an infielder on this roster. Condon, somebody I've seen in college. He's had a resurgence recently. Looked really, really good. Leo DeVries. Obviously, DeVries is one of the young future stars of the game. He's still 18 years old. He's phenomenal. And he gets to showcase himself in front of everybody. Saw him in the AFL last year. Saw him hit a career high. Max EV, 110. So that was fun to see in person. Connor Griffin, somebody I've seen a lot from spring training to now in Greensboro. Saw him a couple weeks ago. They were up here. And Griffin's phenomenal. I mean, he's just a 6'5" beast athlete who has tools for days. So Connor Griffin's going to be very, very fun to see play. Gino Groover, a Georgia native. So that one's fun. Also Charlie Condon, a Georgia native coming back home. But Lou James or Gino Groover in the Arizona Diamondbacks org, another AFL participant that I saw, where he's a lot of fun, and he's had a sneaky good year. He's in AA. He's had a better year than people have given him credit for. And then you've got Jesus Mate. Saw him earlier in the year. Obviously, I think he's the youngest player in the game, but he looks like a star. Can't wait for him to showcase. Honestly, like, I'm ready to see where these guys play because you've got shortstops in DeVries, Griffin, Made, Weatherholt. So, like, how do they situate this infield? That'll be interesting. But Sal Stewart, I've not seen in person. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Top 100 prospect for me, really good hit tool. He's adding some pop now. Like Sal Stewart a lot. And then JJ Weatherholt, he's not being flashy, but I'll tell you, he's hitting. He's just been so consistent with the hit tool. Weatherholt's in AA. He may be in the majors by season's end. Would not be shocked. But JJ Weatherholt is a dude, and he's just like one of those guys that stayed steady for me. And I love Weatherholt, so looking forward to seeing him. This outfield's fun. You got Carson Benj of the Mets, who soared up rankings and soared up the system up to AA. Owen Casey, AAA. He's been hanging around for a while with the Cubs, but Casey's had a good year. His underlying data's good. Like, he's cut out some swing and miss. Casey's just in a clogged situation. He's probably going to be traded at the deadline. And if he is, then that presents an opportunity for him in another org where he could probably be in the majors. Slade Caldwell, rough month of June. But Caldwell is one of those that could showcase his skills in the futures game where he shows off the speed and everybody, like, it wouldn't shock me, like, if Slade Caldwell ends up being the NL MVP. Just that kind of skill set where he could pop one out. He might have a triple, might steal some bases, just have an electric kind of game where could be a lot of fun. I haven't seen Slade in person, so looking forward to that. Nor have I seen Josue De Paula with the Dodgers. Man, he's so good. He looks like Yordan Alvarez now, like he's built out that way. Good left-handed swing. He's added power. I mean, there was already power there last year. People kind of question, but he was like a 105 90th last year. He had like a 122 max. I'm not sure if it was legit or not, but it registered, so it was there. I'm looking forward to seeing De Paula's swing in person. Zaire Hope I've seen, obviously toolsy, electric player with a lot of things to like. And Esmeralyn Valdez, who's been one of the bigger breakouts in the minors this year with the Pirates. Huge power, but increased hit tool. He leads all the minor leagues in home runs right now. Valdez is fun, and I've seen him a lot too. He looked like a breakout this spring, and he has done that. He looked good last week when I saw him with High A Greensboro. He has certainly played the part, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing him. I think he may have got bumped to AA this week, if I'm not mistaken. Do want to confirm that. Yes, he went to AA this week. He'll be 21 all year. He won't turn 22 until January. So, like, it's not overly aggressive, but it's an encouraging sign that the Pirates have seen what they want to see out of Esmeralyn Valdez. All right, that's the National League. Let's take a quick break, and we'll get back with the American League. Some fun players there as well to watch. All right, again, pitching staff, AL, electric. And you look up and down this roster, and you look at some guys that, again, going to play up in a small sample. Who I'm most looking forward to seeing, Gerangelo Senja, the left-handed and right-handed pitcher, a switch pitcher. It's crazy. I mean, he's pumping, like, from the right side. And I honestly, like, I think he should give up pitching left-handed, but having it in the bag is nice. Senja's, like, pumping mid to upper 90s on the fastball. He's showing good feel for spin, good changeup. I wrote about it, how to put all the pitch data in an article. Go check that out. I'll link it. And you can go check out the pitch data for Senja. But, yeah, he's one that's going to be a lot of fun to see. I want to see him throw with both hands. I think that'd be awesome. Like, seeing that in person just excites me. So, Gerangelo Senja is going to be electric in the game. 1 inning stint. He's with the Mariners in High A. We have Keegan Gillies. This is an interesting name. He's probably the most unique name in the futures game. Reliever, 6'8" reliever with the Baltimore Orioles. He's 27 years old, so an older prospect who's been really good this year. You can't miss him. 6'8", 255. If you've seen any of the minor league teams for the Orioles, you won't miss him. I mean, you know. And he just bumped to AAA, so we'll get some more pitch level data on him publicly, which will be fun to see. But Keegan Gillies is a fun reliever, and he could be in the majors probably this year. He is the only pure reliever, unless Alimber Santa convert. I do want to confirm that because, yeah, Santa's moved to a pure reliever. I know he pitched as a starter and a reliever last year. So that's Alimber Santa, Alimbr Santa, like Santa Claus, of the Houston Astros. He's a pure reliever. So those two pure relievers on this roster are Santa of the Astros and Gillies of the Orioles. But from the starters standpoint, mentioned Senja. They've got Brody Hopkins, who local to South Carolina, Summerville, South Carolina, went to College Charleston and Winthrop. So he comes back close to home. I mean, he's going to pop. Like, people that I don't think there's any public pitch level data on him, but when people see it, they're going to just go crazy. It's so good. Like, his release is funky. The ride he creates on the fastball from like a sub 5 foot release is absurd. The secondaries are absurd. Yeah. I think Brody Hopkins could be like the helium guy that comes out of the futures game because people see his pitch data and are just so infatuated with it. Gage Jump, lefty with the Athletics, former LSU product. He's now in AA. Awesome year to start. Really struggled in June. What to make of the command? The command was good for 2 months. It was bad last month. And so we're looking to find something in the middle probably because Gage Jump was never going to be as good as he was in the first 2 months. Like, he was just absurd. And then he's not as bad as he was in June either. George Clausen's going to play up. That's an electric arsenal. Command questions, but again, small sample. There are some boring lefties. Parker Messick and Frank Mazzucato make for like the more boring pitchability type lefties. I don't know. Like, those are guys I've seen before, so I'm not like overly excited. But again, you may see some fun curveballs from Mazzucato. Messick, he's got a great changeup. One of the better changeups on this roster for sure. And then to round out the pitchers, you have Noah Schultz, 6'10" lefty with the White Sox, who's been bad this year. I mean, I don't say he's been bad, but he's now pitching through the order 3 times. And he's learning how to mix his pitches better. Noah Schultz is great. He's a great arm. He's electric. He's got a great slider. He's got a good changeup. And he commands the ball really well for a 6'10" lefty. So Schultz will be coming his own. The White Sox got aggressive and put him in AAA. He will show out, I would guess, in a 1-inning sample. And then you've got Trey Savage, who you talk about Brody Hopkins having a very low release point. Trey Savage will probably have the highest release point that the futures game has ever seen because he's over 7 foot release height. It's absurd. But Savage gets really over the top. He creates good ride. He's got a nasty split changeup, good breaking balls as well. So, yeah, Trey Savage, a lot of fun here. So, good pitching staff. Who am I most looking forward to seeing pitch? Probably, I've seen almost all these guys. I have not seen Gage Jump or Gerangelo Senja, so I'll just say them. That's who I'm most looking forward to seeing pitch. Now, the catchers have actually seen all these guys, but a good crop. Josue Briseño. By the way, I thought he was a first base only at this point. They moved him off catcher in the AFL last year, and he was back at first base to start this year. Now Briseño is back at catcher with West Michigan, high A for the Detroit Tigers. And he looks pretty good, guys. So I watched him last night. He threw out Mike Sirota attempting to steal. Somebody on that Great Lakes roster was attempting to steal, and he hosed him out. May have been Logan Wagner. I don't remember which one it was, but Briseño made a really good pop and throw, and I was impressed. So what to make of Josue Briseño as catcher? Maybe they're back in on that. Harry Ford is on this roster. There was speculation he was being called up last week. Didn't happen. Still in AAA. Another one I saw in the AFL, and Carter Jensen, a third I saw in the AFL and in Columbia, so locally. But seen all these guys. A lot of fun. Catchers, good bat. Harry Ford's a great athlete. So fun names there. Again, seen them all. I'm most looking forward to seeing Briseño catch, I guess. I have not seen him behind the dish. So we will see what Josue Briseño looks like at catcher. The infield here, you've got Kalen Culpepper of the Twins. Now, Culpepper's not someone I've seen. He's had a big year. Doesn't have big EVs, but he creates really good angles, good barrels, and gets to the pull side often. That helps Kalen Culpepper a lot. CJ Kayfus, another barrel king. EVs are meh. Like, he's topped out at like 108. It's not like big EVs by any means, but Kayfus of the Guardians, he is a barrel machine. I talked about on yesterday's episode the data standouts from June. I think Kayfus had like a 17%, 18% barrel rate in the month of June without having high EVs because his angles are so good. The quality of contact is there, and it helps. So I've not seen either of those guys. I have seen the rest of the infield roster, but Kayfus and Culpepper I've not seen play in person. So first live looks at them. But you've got George Lombard Jr., pushed aggressively. He's young, pushed aggressively to Double-A Somerset for the Yankees. He's been rough, but again, statistically looking rough and looking at the future value, Lombard's going to be a really good player. You got Bryce Matthews of the Astros, who might be on the cusp of a call-up. It actually wouldn't be shocking to me if Bryce Matthews was called up before the Futures game and bumped from the roster. Would not be shocked a bit. You got Kevin McGonigal, who might be the best hitting prospect in baseball right now. He looks the part for sure. Saw him in spring training. He's awesome. So he'll be fun to watch. I mean, you talk about tools for days, and Sebastian Walcott's got him. Walcott kind of does it all, like an incredible 6'5", like Ellie De La Cruz type frame with big juice and good speed as well. So you got Sebastian Walcott and Tommy White. Tommy White's had a good year with the Athletics too, a good resurgence, though. He probably needs to bump to double. LSU bat, I mean, the competition in high A is just not there. So, yeah, Tommy White will be interesting to see. But, yeah, that's a fun infield. I'm looking forward to seeing Culpepper the most, probably. Like, what's he made of? Is this guy legit or not? All right, and then the outfield for this AL team. I've seen them all except for one. That's Laz Montez, who I have not seen. Actually, I think I said Valdez led the league or the minors in homers. I think that now belongs to Montez, actually. Montez bumped to Double-A. He continues to mash. I mean, he's going to put up some big EVs, most likely. Hit tool's a question, so you never know. He might go like 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, just given the pitching on the other side of that team, on the NL side. But Montez does have some electric power, some of the best power in the futures game. And then some other outfielders on the AL roster, Braden Montgomery. He's like a toolsed up outfielder with a huge arm. What I want to see from Braden Montgomery is him to get a big throw in from the outfield, because he's got a cannon, probably the best arm in the game, in the futures game. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. You've got the password, Yostenson Garcia of the Red Sox, who, again, likely to really have a big game. He's fun. He's in AAA. He's blocked. He's not going to get called up anytime soon, even though he's in AAA, just because they don't have a spot. So look for Yostenson Garcia to be part of a trade at the deadline for the Red Sox. And then you've got Max Clark, who does it all. Tools for days. He's got a great glove, good arm, good instincts, some of the best baseball IQ in the futures game. He's got some juice, getting more juice this year, contact and speed. And then Enrique Bradfield Jr., who's prone to lay down a drag bunt and put up the fastest home to first time in the game. I think we'll see that speediness of Bradfield really pop off. Another fun player who has a good glove and excellent speed. So that's the futures game rosters. NL, AL, I'm looking forward to seeing it. But that's the show today. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel and on your favorite podcast platform. I'd really appreciate it. But we'll be back tomorrow. And until then, hope you have a great day and take care.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.